Hello and welcome to my very first video with a commentary. But until now I have always worked with text, but today I'm trying something new. I hope you like it. Feel free to give me some feedback. Alright, let's jump into the actual project. This time we are going geometric. Here's the plan I sketched out on isometric paper. Let's start off with the lower section first. For the 3D effect, I'm using large, black dyed tulip wood and veneer. I really hope I'm pronouncing all these names correctly. To cut the veneer precisely, I'm also using the isometric paper. As you can see, I've just made a rough sketch of the shape. This way, I can use the paper's grid lines to cut the pieces exactly without needing to do a lot of measuring. These are the finished pieces after cutting. For the border, I will be using shisha, also known as Indian rosewood veneer. The frame parts were also cut out using the isometric paper. I left the outer edges slightly longer, so after pressing, I will trim them to size of the base plate, using a circular saw to ensure a clean and precise finish. To decide how to arrange the veneers, I made some prototypes. As you can see, each option has a slightly different look. After comparing them, I went with this arrangement, the darker part on the left and the lighter wood on top. Now the tricky part begins. To make sure the symmetry is more or less correct, I made a frame. This helps me to ensure a right angle. For the 3D pattern, it is important to position the pieces correctly and make sure they are cut precisely. Even small mistakes can quickly add up. Here you can see the finished piece. To prevent anything from shifting further, I secure the entire area with wood glue. Now that the lower section is finished, we can move on to the middle part. For that section I am using teak, anicre and chestnut veneer. The background will once again be made from Indian rosewood. Here are the cut pieces. To cut them, I once again used isometric paper. Now the pieces are being assembled. As with the lower section, it is important to make sure they are aligned correctly. To prevent anything from shifting, I applied wood glue again. Here you can see the finished middle piece. Now only the upper section is left, which I will make just like the lower section. Here is the finished piece. The only tasks remaining are to press it on a base plate and then sand it smooth. Before pressing it onto the base plate, veneer tape needs to be applied to the front side. Water is used to activate the glue on the tape. Now that the veneer tape has been applied, we can remove the masking tape from the back. Now everything is ready. During pressing, the veneer is glued to a base plate using wood glue. The back, made of birch veneer, is pressed at the same time. It is important, however, to avoid using too much glue. Here you can see the piece after pressing. The pressing turned out great. Now you can remove the veneer tape, using water for that too. Here you can see the piece without the veneer tape. Now it will be cut to the final size with the table saw. And then the outer edges will be veneered. Here you can see the finished piece after sanding and applying 2 coats of clear varnish. The project turned out really well. The 3D effect is impressive and the varnish makes the wood truly shine. Now that the project is complete, I just want to say thank you for watching all the way to the end. For this video I tried something new by adding a voiceover to share more insights and thoughts with you directly. I would really like to know your thoughts on this. Did you enjoy this format? Should I keep using the voiceovers in future videos? Or would you prefer the simpler style with just background music? Your feedback would be really helpful, so feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next video.